Gee whiz, Mr. Bear. This sure was a good idea coming all the way out here to go fishing. Thank goodness Mr. Beaver was kind enough to build this raft for us. I mean, look at our stash. Mr. Bear, what did you do? Couldn't you at least have waited until we got back before you ate everything?
Yeah, I guess you're right, Mr. Squirrel. Shoot, don't I feel like a dummy?
There, Mr. Bear, it's all right. We've just never seen these types of fish before. I wonder what other types of fish are down there. I mean, how deep do you think this ocean really goes? Okay, Mr. Bear, I'm going down. When I need to come up, I'll just tug this fishing line and you pull me up. Got it?
Sure do.
Great. Well, here goes nothing.
Excuse me, Puppy! Out of my way!
Now what have we here? What are you doing in the ocean, sweetheart?
I just want to learn more about what's down here.
Well, honey, you came to the right purpose. You see, the ocean is a big place.
How big is it exactly?
There are actually 5 different layers or zones of the ocean. Right now we are in the epipelagic zone or the sunlight zone.
I thought epipelagic meant you can't walk no more.
No, honey, that's paraplegic. That's an entirely different topic. Anyways, the epipelagic zone only includes the ocean surface, about 200 meters deep, which is actually a very small percentage of the ocean.
Why is it called the sunlight zone?
That's a fine question, sweetie pie. The epipelagic zone is the only zone that receives enough sunlight for photosynthesis to occur. Because of this, plant life such as seaweed and plankton can survive here. It is also the reason why there is such a high concentration of different organisms in this layer. Even mammals live here, like me.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you're not a fish?
That's correct, darling. I'm a mammal just like you. In fact, I've been holding my breath this whole time. Give me a minute.
Well, hello there. Are you a mammal too?
No, I'm a shark, which means I'm a very hungry fish.
Can I interest you in some tasty seaweed?
No, I'm in the mood for something a little more meaty.
Boy, I told you not to come around here no more.
Come on, gorgeous. You know you miss me. I'd never hurt anybody.
Well, maybe not those stupid humans, but I know what you do to this guy. Now get your boneless butt out of here. Come on, honey, grab my dorsal fin. I'll bring you to the next zone. I got a friend who'll take care of you.
Greetings, Miss Dolphin. How are you this fine day?
I'm wonderful, Mr. Swordfish. And yourself?
Well, I must say I'm looking pretty sharp today. And what have we here?
This here's Mr. Squirrel. He's a squirrel. I was thinking you could show him around.
Yes, I suppose I could take a stab at it. Mr. Squirrel, I invite you to follow me into the mesopelagic zone. You are now entering a place that reaches 1,000 meters below the surface, a place where the last bits of sunlight barely reach, a place bereft of oxygen 500 meters down, a place called the Twilight Zone. Because there is so little sunlight, many organisms, such as the lanternfish, are bioluminescent, meaning their scales give off light.
Gee willikers, how is that even possible?
I'm glad you asked. Bioluminescent fish have light-emitting organs on their bodies called photophores that allow the fish to camouflage themselves from predators below by blending in with the light from the surface.
Ah!
Whoa, easy there, Squirt. I was just coming to say hi. Give you a nice big hug.
Allow me to introduce you to Mrs. Squid.
How do you do?
Get your grubby tentacles off me, woman.
What exactly are you? You don't look like any fish I've ever seen.
That's because I'm not a fish. I'm actually a cephalopod. Squids, octopi, and cuttlefish are all examples of cephalopods.
Well, I really must be going. Don't want to keep the missus waiting, or she'll cut my throat. Enjoy the rest of your journey, Mr. Squirrel.
What's this journey he mentioned?
I'm exploring the 5 layers of the ocean.
Well, you aren't even halfway there. Come with me. I'll take you to the next layer.
Gosh, it's getting pretty dark down here.
We have just entered the bathypelagic zone, or as it's more aptly called, the midnight zone. No light penetrates this deep, besides the light produced by bioluminescent organisms such as myself.
Whoa. What's that? Look, Mrs. Squid. Mrs. Squid?
Greetings.
Ah! Oh. You're a lot smaller than I thought.
I get that a lot.
I seem to have lost my friend, Mrs. Squid. She was showing me around the bathypelagic zone.
Listen, kid, if you want to know about this zone, come with me. You see, the bathypelagic zone extends between 1,000 and 4,000 meters below the surface. Because there is no light or heat here, plant life cannot exist. This also causes many of the creatures, such as myself, to be black or dark red in color.
Why do I feel like I'm being crushed?
The water pressure this far down is extremely high, reaching levels up to almost 6,000 pounds per square inch.
Will I be okay? This kinda hurts.
This is a children's cartoon, Mr. Squirrel. I think you'll be alright.
Butter, it sure is getting cold.
That's because we have reached the edge of the next layer, the abyssopelagic zone, or, as it's most commonly referred to,
The abyss.
hardly any creatures can survive the harshness of this zone. The water is almost freezing, and there are no sources of light whatsoever. Only invertebrates with no bones can exist at these pressures. The abyss goes down 6,000 meters below the ocean's surface, which in most places is the ocean floor.
What about the fifth layer?
The fifth layer is called the hadal-pelagic zone. It consists of the deepest parts of the ocean that lie beneath the ocean floor, called trenches. Other than that, not much is known about that zone, and I'm not about to find out. I'm going back. Do you need me to guide you?
That's okay. My friend's gonna pull me up. Nice to meet you. Thanks for all your help. Okay, Mr. Bear. Time to pull me up. Mr. Bear? Mr. Bear? Come on, Mr. Bear. This isn't funny. Hello? You've gotta be